Hey guys, welcome back to Talk to Yue. This video is part 2 of the HSK 4 exercise where you have to put the sentences in the correct order. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, I suggest you watch that first and then come back here, so that you see the easiest questions first and then the more advanced ones. Now, without further ado, let's pick up from where we left off last time. Last time we already did questions from number 56 to 60, so we have to pick up from number 61. As usual, let's read each sentence first. So A. 这些家具很多都是他帮忙抬上来的。家具 means furniture. So these many 很多 these many pieces of furniture 他帮忙抬 抬 means to carry. So it was all furniture that he helped carry upstairs. So this sentence probably is not the first one of the sequence because it sounds like it's already in the middle of the story. So let's see if we have a more general statement. B. 力气却大得很。力气 is the strength. So his strength, 却, however, or surprisingly, or actually, is very big. So he is very strong. We don't really have a subject here, so this sentence B is probably also not the first statement. We need to have kind of an introduction of what we're talking about. So let's see if C gives us that. 别看小黄个子不高，人也瘦。So 别看 literally don't look. So don't mind the fact that 小黄 is a name. So don't mind the fact that his 个子, body, his stature is not very tall. And he's also very thin, 瘦. So this sounds like a more generic statement that introduces the fact that this person might look a bit fragile, but he's actually very strong. So we can start with sentence C, saying he looks short and thin. However, B, his strength is very big. And then A, it gives us a practical example. For example, he carried a lot of furniture. So the correct order is CBA. So just like in the previous video, we always have to look for a more generic statement, and then the practical examples go towards the end. And let's go to number 62. 飞往该市的好几趟航班. So 航班 is a flight. 趟 is the classifier of flights. And we have 好几, meaning a good number, meaning quite a few flights that 飞往 towards 市, towards cities. So many flights that fly towards big cities. So sentence A cannot be at the very end because it is not a complete sentence. Then let's see what B says. 昨晚19市南京市突然下起了大雨. So yesterday evening, Nanjing is the city of Nanjing. Suddenly it started to rain 大雨 a lot. So this is already more general. It is a sentence that can be on its own, so it's possible that it stays either at the very beginning or at the end of the paragraph. Then let's read sentence C. 都不得不推迟起飞. 推迟 means to postpone something. 不得不 is an idiom that means they could not help but. So all of them, though we don't know what it refers to, but all of them couldn't help but being postponed. Postponing when they take off, 起飞. So this sentence C also does not have a clear subject as it is written like this, so it cannot be at the beginning of the paragraph. So what makes the most sense here is to start with a general statement, B. So yesterday it started raining a lot, and then we have sentence A, which we said could not go at the end, so it has to be the second one. So yesterday was raining a lot. So A, many flights that fly towards cities. C, could not help but being postponed. So BAC. Okay, then let's go to number 63. A, 我家离北京很近. Very simple sentence, very general statement. My house is very close to Beijing. B, 所以, so already we have 所以, so we know it cannot be at the beginning of the paragraph because we don't know what is the first statement that we're saying, therefore. So, 所以周末和节假日我一般都会回家. Therefore, in the weekends or during festivities, I normally go back home. So like this sentence A and B already make sense in this order. So let's see where sentence C fits. C says, 只有100多公里. 公里 means kilometers. So there are only about 100 kilometers. 开车的话大约1个小时就到了. So if we are driving, 开车的话大约 it approximately takes 1个小时, 1 hour. So again, the most general statement is A. Then we have something that says therefore, and then we have C that is a practical example or a further explanation in detail. So we have to start with A. So my house is very close to Beijing. Then we have additional details. So how close is it? About 100 kilometers. Therefore, I can go visit quite frequently. So it makes sense if the order is A, C, B. Then let's go to the second to last question. Again, this exercise only has 10 questions of this kind. We did 5 in the previous video, and these are the final 5. So A says, 懂得互相信任和尊重才是最重要的. So the most important, 最重要的, implied 最重要的东西 or something like that. So the most important thing is 互相 mutual, so each other, 信任 trust, and 尊重 respect. So the most important thing is to respect and trust each other. This is a very abstract statement. It's not very clear what we're talking about, but let's see if there are sentences that are more specific. B says, 两个人既然决定共同生活. So two people, 既然, it means once. So when two people or once two people decide to 共同, to share their life, so to live together. Again, this sentence is not complete, so it cannot be at the end of the paragraph. We can already see this is talking about some kind of values that there have to be in a couple or when you want to live with someone. So it makes sense that B goes first and then A is a further elaboration of that. So let's see where sentence C fits in all of this. 那么只有浪漫和形象感是不够的. Go means enough. So it is not enough to have only 浪漫, so romance, and 形象感觉, so fresh feelings. So we see that sentences C and A kind of build upon each other because we have a situation where these feelings are not enough. We also need these other elements, such as trust and respect. So C has to come first because it tells us this situation is not enough, and then A suggests an improvement. So it is even more important to have respect, blah, blah. So the correct order is B, that introduces the situation when a couple wants to live together. C, it is not enough that they have romance. A, they also have to have respect and trust. So B, C, A. And then let's go to the last question, 65. A says, 一看见医生就哭. 他怎么都没想到. So E plus verb means as soon as. So as soon as he saw 医生, the doctor, he was already crying, or he already started to cry. He 没想到, he never would have thought. Again, we are missing the continuation of the sentence, so A is not the last sentence. So as soon as he saw the doctor, he started crying. He would have never thought. And then let's see how this continues. B says, 我长大后竟然会成为一名护士. So 长大, to grow up. So once I grew up, or after I grew up, I would 成为, become 一名护士, a nurse. So this sentence can complete sentence A. So he would have never thought that I would become a nurse. Let's see what sentence C says. 爸爸说我小时候特别害怕打针. 打针 is to get an injection, to get a vaccine. So my father told me that when I was young, I particularly feared injections. So this is a very general statement, so we can start with this one. And it's very useful that we have baba mentioned here because that explains who ta is in sentence A. So my father told me I was scared of the doctor, and then A is an example. So as soon as you saw the doctor, I started crying. I would have never thought I would become a nurse. B. So CAB. So this was the last question of this exercise from HSK 4. After this exercise, you would go on to the multiple choice paragraphs that I already covered in other videos. So if you want to keep working through this simulation, make sure to check the other videos that I have in this playlist. So I hope this video was helpful to show you how to approach this kind of exercise, and I wish you the best of luck in your HSK preparation and your Chinese learning journey. 再见!